So this is the second season, Surfers Academy, and this episode is about building the content strategy. So we will start with a little bit, just a little bit of theory on it, because I just wanted to highlight the process of keyword research that has changed during the last months, maybe a year. So we all used to create keywords lists and keywords groups based on analyzing our top ranking competitors in Ahrefs, SEMrush, or any other tool that will give us a list of keywords that these pages rank for. And then we usually put it into a sheet or CSV file and try to join keywords into groups that we will tackle within the same URL. So basically planning the structure. So these 10 keywords will be on this URL, these 20 keywords will be on that URL, and we build it based on gut feeling, maybe some experience, and so on and so forth. But these days, this process is done. I mean, it's obsolete. It's no longer valuable because we have clustering algorithms. And what do they do? These clustering algorithms is basically that they use machine learning, because it's machine learning stuff, and they take a lot of data. We feed quite a lot of information into these clusterers, and what they do is that they give us keywords joined into groups that should be tackled within the articles and landing pages based on data, based on how Google is actually joining these keywords. Because like how it's done, basically, if a Google is ranking the same piece of content for two different keywords, then it means that these keywords are connected. These keywords should be answered within the same piece of content. And imagine like couple of thousands of URLs and all of their ranked keywords analyzed this way. So which keywords are ranked together? Which keywords have answers in the same piece of content? And this clustering algorithm analyzes it all and gives us a list of groups that are basically our topics, our target URLs, our articles that will be written and ranked for specific groups of keywords. Let me know how do you find it so far. If there's anything that I have to explain a little bit more in depth, that's your moment. Let me know in the chat. If not, then we are going all into practice, because these academies, we want to make them as much practical as possible, diving into the tool and so on. So you basically get like the most out of this 60-minute. Of course, Bogdan, there will be a recording and you'll be able to watch it later. There is already a pre-recorded session from the first season that is on YouTube, so you can watch it right away. Okay. But today's episode will be slightly different than the first time, because at the first time we focused on the content planner, and today we will also take a look at the content planner for the domain, not based on the keyword, but based on the domain. So let me share my screen now. We had a question about showing an example from M. Taino. So here are the examples. So we are in Surfer now, and we will focus on the content planner tab. The content planner tab have two tasks. Basically, we'll do two tasks for you. One task is to provide you a list of topics based on the seed keyword that are close, that can become supportive pages for the money keyword that we start with. And there's another task, another job it can do, that is analyzing your current content that is published and is ranking within your website. So you can find out which articles are performing well, which articles are underperforming, and not only in rankings but also in content. Because let's dive in. I've got really nice blog found that is a great example for this particular demo. So it is squareup.com/us/en/town square. This is their blog. I used the Slack, and you can use the Slack as well. You can provide the Slack here um, to narrow down URLs that we will analyze to URLs that include this path. So basically we can use only the blog, and let's see what is inside. So inside we get top 100 pages. This is based on the server's database, because I don't have the Google Search Console access of squareup.com. And of course, I totally recommend you plugging in the Search Console, because this way we have real-time data about your visibility. Yet this one, based on the database, will be good enough to show you what's going on inside. So we have top 100 pages from SquareUp's blog in English in the US market. Okay, you see here. And what do we see? Is basically a list of URLs, but the nice addition is that we also see the user intent, and we see content score, and of course we see keywords. We see keywords that it rank for, their positions, impressions, traffic, and so on. But what is the most important part of this tool is that you can click the low-hanging fruits, and the low-hanging fruits feature will sort pages based on the content score from the lowest to highest, as well as it shows them from specific positions range. So right now it is between 10 and 20, and the position between 10 and 20, of course, it can be adjusted. But this position means it is a striking distance. It means that you are close, but not there yet. It means that Google gives you authority to rank, but not just enough to rank in the top 10. So basically, these URLs are close to get into the top 10. And we sort them by the content score from lowest to highest. So on top of the list, you get pages with low content score and ranking close to the top 10, which means that they are really low hanging fruits. Not so well optimized content, yet ranking relatively high as the content, well, is not the best. And Brian asks, where are we right now? So we are in the content planner tool. We use the domain as an input. We put squareup.com/us/en/townsquare into this input. I've got a bunch of Google Search Consoles here, so that's why you see them. But you can use just the URL, and you will get the analysis like so. Greg, great question about how often should you run this report, weekly, monthly, 6 months. And I have a great news for you all, because we are really close. We are really close on development, the tool that will do it by itself. It will be recurring analysis. So you will see what's going on in real time, maybe not daily, but you will know what's going on in sort of a real time. So you don't have to find out okay, should I do the domain planner once again? Is there anything significant going to show up? You don't have to know it. We will know it, and we will let you know. This is, of course, in the process of development, but that's the plan. That's the ultimate goal of Surfer, to tell you what's going on maybe not what's going on is a good one, but what is the best I can do? What is the best I can do today? So you open Surfer, you open the project, and you see, okay, I've got a bunch of pages that are not as high as I want. I've got pages that have different user intent because SERPs shifted. I've got a bunch of keywords to add to my articles because my competitors changed their content, and now we found new entities. So this is the stuff that will be delivered to your door. So every time you want to work on page, you will basically open the project and you will get a list of best things you can do to improve overall domains visibility. That's the plan. This is coming definitely. We are already working on it, so it's not like dreaming, but real thing. So be patient. Be patient. This is big. So how do I find the link for the blog? Barbara asked. Basically, you open your domain. In this case, that will be squareup.com. And I take a look. Okay, it's a website, blah, 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 resources. And I found the blog. And that's it. That's how I found it. There's a blog, so I can just check if every URL has, yes, it has it. So you see, it has like the path that is the same. Then we have a slug, so we can basically trim it down to this and use as input to the domain planner. But the most importantly is to have the Google Search Console connected to get more accurate results, because the database is not as fresh as it could be. So I'm strongly recommending you using the Google Search Console. If you can't, then it's fine. But if you can, do it. All right. Questions will be answered slightly later because we have some issues related to WordPress and extension. So this is kind of out of scope for today. Greg asks really good question. Will it pull more than 100? We are thinking about how to price it, because it's like giving you a lot of value already, but it is hard to decide where is the you know, how much we should give away and when is the moment when you really make money on it. So it's to be discussed thing. So like we are capable of analyzing thousands, hundreds of thousands, as we have like hundreds of projects connected every day. So there is a capacity for analyzing way more than 100, but well, it's just a matter of figuring it out for you so everyone is happy. Greg, you can reach out later to me and we will try to figure out how we can do it for you. So Chris, this is really a great question. How do you connect to Google Search Console? And right after answering this question, we will dive into these low-hanging fruits, okay? Because this is fairly important. So you have this thing here. It's light. The light is green because I have the GSC connected, but I can disconnect it. I can sign in with Google. I will allow it to do its job, and boom, it's connected. It says it was integrated a few seconds ago, and you can find all of these entities here. Okay, I will refresh the page and they will be here. Or something is, yeah, it's live demo. So Well, okay. My account is specific because I'm testing a lot of features on it, and it might be affected with some, different setups. But in general, after doing what I did, you will find all the properties here by focusing on this input. Okay. Uh, So Holger, if we found zero results, it means that your website is relatively fresh. That's one thing, because the database is not super fresh. That's why I recommend using Google Search Console. Or you don't have too much traffic, because we trim the results down to pages that already have traffic. So we don't if you don't have traffic, and you are not connecting through the Search Console, you won't find yourself here. But if you do have traffic and you have Google Search Console connected, you will find the results no matter how old the page is. Yeah, Greg has a great explanation. So these pages are not indexed. That's why we trim them down. And if you have a fresh website, you will rather use the content planner for keyword, not for the domain. Okay. Christina, kind of. You will have a list of all of your pages and the content scores and so on, and we will give you insights of what you can improve in terms of entities being used, in terms of internal links, in terms of content optimization. So generally speaking, yes, yes. Uh, what is the most efficient method of using NLP credits? Use it every time until you run out of them. That's the most effective, because well, when you have them, you will build better analysis, and I would consider using them in the content editor first, and then if you have some more, then you can use them somewhere else, like in audit. But in general, I would conserve NLP credits to the content editor tool. How long my keyword content planner search take? Up to 5 minutes. If there is no queue, if there is a queue, then it may take 10 maybe, but in general it shouldn't be more than 5. I'm not sure if there's a video, but I just showed it. So basically, you open the content planner, click here, and connect through this, and it will show up. Yeah, so Holger, these questions are definitely for a different episode. We will end up with just answering general questions. So I want to dive into the tool, so you can get the best out of it. MSV is monthly search volume. Yeah, if these pages are rendered properly by Puppeteer and we are using the same infrastructure as Google crawler, so if they are crawled by Surfer, they will be crawled by Google. If we can't crawl them, then Google will also have issues crawling them. All right, let's get started. Town Square. What can I do to improve rankings fast for this website today? I click low hanging fruits. That's the easiest thing to do. I can increase this range of average position from 8 to 30 to get like a broader set of results if there is not enough. But I have plenty of pages to fix, especially those with red and orange content score. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. So the worst page we have here is business books every entrepreneur should read. It's pretty popular topic, and our average position is 12. So boom, I show the details and I see that these are the keywords I rank for, and I have a bunch of keywords that I rank for but I don't have in my content. So take a look. Books for entrepreneurship. MSV, monthly search volume, are over 3,000. Position 12. And we don't have this keyword in the content. It's perfect H2. It's perfect part of H1, I guess. So as you can see, we will not only analyze the whole content that is inside, and we will see it in a moment, but we will also find out which keywords you rank for that you don't have in your content. Because if Google ranks you for a keyword that you don't use in your article, then it's really an easy fix. It is really hard to find them because like you have to scrape Google Search Console, then you have to find these keywords in your content. This is pretty time consuming. But in this report, you see keywords you rank for, and you see keywords you rank for but you don't use in your content. So my first task would be to add to content keywords that I rank but I don't use. Let's take a look at another one. 11 suggestions. You see, this is actually a resource center, so not the best example, but how to get started with invoicing your photography business. And what are we missing? Invoice software for photographers, or product photography invoice, or best apps for photography business, best online booking for photographers. How good is this one to actually sell the product? So as you can see, this is your task for sure. You run this domain planner and check keywords that you rank for but you don't have in your content. That's the first step. Sherry, I'm sorry you can't. But if you reach out to support, they will recredit these 4 credits that you used or kind of wasted. So reach out on the support and they will help you. All right. So we have the first task covered. We go through pages. We find pages with suggestions. So we have 3 suggestions. We have 3 suggestions. This one, what to do with form 1099. And we are missing a bunch of terms that we rank for. Yeah, Andre, kind of good point about this. Maybe 30 is, I would say depending on the niche. Because if you have very competitive niches like SEO tools, you can find really relevant pages that are competing against keyword SEO audit tool that will be ranking position 80, still relevant. And you can definitely target them. But in some local business and so on, pages that rank for position like 50, they can be slightly ranked by like accident. Okay, so we have the first task covered. We go through the suggestions and try to include them in the content. Okay, the second task. The second task is the low-hanging fruits. So we've got it selected. We have the position threshold set to between 8 and 30, and we can click here and optimize with content editor. I've got one already, so I'll just click here and open the content editor. So this is the article about business books, and boom, content editor comes into play. And the content editor that is filled with the content that you have on the website. So you don't have to copy and paste the content back and forth. It will be already there, and you can start on improving the content score right away. Matthew, what do I mean if a piece of content is ranking for a keyword? Okay, so this page, this particular page, so this is the page, okay? This is the page. It ranks for a keyword, best books on entrepreneurship, okay? It ranks on it. Position 20, quite high search volume. I will open it and try to find this keyword, and it's not there. You see, it's not there. So I'm ranking on it, but I don't have it. And what I should do basically is I should put it somewhere here in the content, okay? And it will have it. Uh, so basically, now it's time to work on the content to improve the content score by first adding more content. This one is definitely too short. We have 1000, required is over 4000. We have only 20 headings, required is between 50 and 136. We have only 21 paragraphs, required is at least 128, and we have 0 images. So let's try to add some images. I will just add dummy pictures from Surfer, and boom, boom, boom. I've added like 13 images. Score is already 35. Of course, you will use the images that are the right ones. Okay. When I'm optimizing a page, do I go to 100? No. I go to 70 to 80. That's fine. If you can spend some more time and hit 90, that's great. You don't have to do it. It will be good enough at 70 comparing to the 26 points that we have right now. What should be the process to be developing the content ideas for a brand new site? Susan, I've got your back in 5 minutes because we have dedicated feature for this. Basically, today I wanted to start with what to do with existing content, but we will move on to new content creation in a few moments. Lauren, at this point, it does not sync. It's just one-time analysis. We do the analysis, tell you what to do, and then you have to keep track of what you have changed. Yet the feature I mentioned a couple of moments ago, it will have it. Share, that's a great strategy. That's for sure. Okay. So these suggestions, Cindy, they are applied to any business because we will basically analyze the search results in top 10 and show you what's going on inside. And if they are all super long form pieces, then we will suggest you to be, a long form as well. If they will be a short definition, we will tell you that 500 words is enough. Okay, so what do? We improve the content score. I will just show you Surfers Academy because, of course, we already have the episode on writing content that ranks, and I will share it with you right now. This is the episode about improving the content score, so I don't have to focus right now on how to improve content score, but in short, it's meeting the requirements. So adding more content, using these entities inside your content. So your second task in the domain planner is to go through the low-hanging fruits filter. So I just click it. It's going through this filter and spotting pages that have low content score and improving their content scores, then reindexing them and moving to the next page. So I can imagine that it can be your day. It can be your day or your people's day, that they will log in here, run the low-hanging fruits, and improve as many articles as they can during the day. It can be 3, 4, 5, maybe 1 if it's super long form content. That's fine. In general, this is the list of tasks that is prioritized that you can start working on right away, because these pages are already appreciated by Google and you have really high chances to improve their rankings and get into the top 10 and start getting traffic from Google, because you are really close. You're that far away. So yeah, that's why I'm really putting a lot of attention on this. Yeah, David, that makes sense. If you want to narrow down the results to blog only, let's say, you can use the link /blog, or like in this case /USN town square. Or if you want to do a domain wide, it will be just the property. Okay, so we have two things. Okay, use the domain property, and if you don't have the property verified, use the property that gets traffic in your Google Search Console, because you can have like www and non-www and entity in Google Search Console, and one of them will be getting traffic, the other will be 301. So use the one that is not 301. Use the one that has real traffic. Can you provide a way to mark results as done without spending? Oh, Pamela, I'm sorry. This is a great request. There is no workaround on it. I'm sorry. I cannot help you at this point. I mean, it's not doable. You have to keep track records somewhere else. I'm sorry. No, Dale. It's like when you use the credit on the content editor here, you can change it as many times as you want, improve the content for as long as you want based on these guidelines that will be static, because these guidelines come from specific setup that was analyzed on a specific date. I can actually tell you that this setup is from August. Oh, it's created in July, so it's July 20th, 20th. So 12th, sorry. It's July 12th. So it's quite old yet. If there wasn't a massive volatility in the setup, it will be still relevant. So yeah, update the content here and it will update the content score in the planner. As you can see, it's 35 here. It was 26 when I started. No, Lilian, there's no way to stop it. You just have to create a new analysis, and the other one will just finish when it finish. Okay, guys. I hope that the domain planner is pretty much covered. I did my best, yet we have only 30 minutes for this part, so I didn't want to spend too much time. So you have two tasks: keywords that you rank for but you don't use in the content, plus pages that are not optimized yet ranking relatively well. And now I will show content planner based on the keyword, and we will try to find ideas for the blog, for the articles, for the niche that we want to take over. Okay, content planner again, but this time we are using keyword. You basically put a keyword here. So I've got a bunch of analysis done already, so we don't waste time on waiting, looking at the spinner. So I have really great example on this one. I'm not sure, maybe you have seen it already, maybe not. I talk about it quite often, but this is just gorgeous. Where to hike in Smoky Mountains. This is a place, I guess, in the US. I am not sure, but in general, it is a place where people travel. And there is a person who has a hotel or a cabin or like accommodation in the Smoky Mountains, and he's looking to get more relevant traffic, more topical authority for his website, so he can not only rank for like Smoky Mountains accommodation, but also all the related keywords around being in Smoky Mountains and having fun. Okay, so we put a keyword, where to hike in Smoky Mountains, and what did we get? 210 clusters for this topic. What does it mean? It means that we got 210 pages ideas that are represented by group of keywords, you should rank together. So basically, we have our keyword research done and keyword grouping done, and not only done, but done the best way it can be done, because it involves machine learning and a ton of data coming directly from Google. So there is no better, I can't imagine a better process on grouping the keywords. Actually, that was my process. That was manual, and we made it kind of automated way. So I couldn't figure out anything better, really. Yes, Lauren. Yes, yes, yes. Of course. That's what it does. Basically, that's the essence. Uh, do we take into consideration the competition? It is based entirely on competition. It is based on competition that ranks high for where to hike in Smoky Mountains. And then we analyze what are the other pages they rank for that are related to Smoky Mountains and hiking in Smoky Mountains. So we will find out all of the topics that they have that are common with Smoky Mountains among their domains. And then we will feed the information to the clusterization algorithm, and boom, we've got these ideas. I'm not lying. Yes, the keywords I put was where to hike in Smoky Mountains. How does surfer compare with phrase for the outline? Oh, Bogdan, this is way out of scope. This is way out of scope. Uh, if I had 5 minutes at the end, I will tell you. If this is misspelled in my, okay, well, it doesn't really, like, Google figured it out. If it's misspelled, oh, okay, no problem. But anyway, you see, Google can understand even if it was misspelled. So it's not a big deal. Like, this algorithm is based entirely on Google and their results. And if they can pull good results even on a misspelled keywords, it will be okay. Is it better to put a seed keyword over long form keywords for this? It depends. We can find shorter keywords. Let's take a look. But before we take a look, I would just tell you one thing. I was on the line with the guy who told me about the Smoky Mountains, and I saw result Andrew's Bold. I was like, doesn't sound relevant. I've expected like a mountain or trial or something. And he told me that Andrew's Bold is the most prominent, most frequently visited, like the must visit place in Smoky Mountains. And I was really pleased when he told me that, because we order these topics by their relevance to the main keyword. So this algorithm thinks that Andrew's Bold is the most related topic to where to hike in Smoky Mountains, and indeed it is, because it's like the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Okay, so, well, I'm really excited about the results of this thing, because it really gives good results. And that was the question about the seed keywords, big keywords, small keywords. So let's take a look at, well, writing blog content. Why not? 200 clusters. This is pretty head tail, let's say. Maybe not the, like, blog content will be more like a super head tail, but this is kind of mid tail keyword, pretty big. And we found a bunch of topics like blogging tips, evergreen content, types of blogs, epic blog posts, how to write good titles, blah blah, blah, make money blogging, of course, increasing blog traffic, templates, blogs for SEO, blah 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 blah. So it basically tells you what are, okay, let's make it clear what this feature do, so you can get the idea of how to use it. we will figure out what is the competition on the keyword that you put, so the seed keyword, and we will examine the top ranking competitors that rank for writing blog content. So if you have some specific competitors in mind, try to figure out the keyword that they are all in the top 10. So this way we will analyze them in the content planner based on keyword. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to a different keyword. Because I've got some ideas for you. Okay, these two are cool. Like properties investment and how to start investing in properties. So let's take a look at both. This is properties investment, and we see more like a kind of not like a blog for people who want to start investing, but in general investing stuff. But when it comes to how to start investing in properties, we found 3 times more, because it's 50 versus 150. And with this seed keyword, you set the dominating user intent. Okay, this is pretty important, so pay attention now. What does it mean? So if you start with a seed keyword that has a commercial or like a shopping user intent, like Nike shoes versus best Nike shoes, you will get different set of results, even though they are really close. Because the first one, Nike shoes, let's take a look, because I think I have an example. Let me find it. Okay, this is pretty straightforward, almost identical example. So we have a red dress. You can imagine a blogger, female blogger writing about dresses, and she wants a cluster about red dress, and how it can be messed up by providing a keyword of a wrong search intent. As you can see, all of these are shopping. Midi, red dress, H&M, maxi, plus size, bodycon, blah blah. These are all categories in e-commerce. These are all dominated by e-commerce stores, by places where you can buy these dresses. So if you think about something general, think about its intent, because if you want to build a blog about red dress, it's not a good idea to put the red dress keyword inside. What to do instead? Instead, you put how to wear a red dress, because it has this informational intent. It has this angle of how to do something, what to do with something, how can I, compose an outfit with a red dress, and so on. And let's take a look. Again, 84 versus 154. How to wear red dress 1, because you have much more topics on the blog to cover. And as you can see here, informational, customer investigation. This is kind of affiliate. Informational, again. So if you want to write a blog, you want to start with a seed keyword that is also suitable for your blog. So not the red dress, but how to wear red dress. What are the best Nike shoes? Where can I find something? And this kind of stuff. Not just this keyword like, all right, again, I wouldn't put SEO tool into the content planner if I want to improve our blog. I would put how to audit my website. What are NLP? how to improve content. These are the seed keywords I would use, even though they are not as head tail, but they will bring me competitors that will be benchmarked. And these competitors will be much better and much more suitable for content for the blog. Scott, just sign up and we got your back. You can get your money back within 7 days. And you've already watched the first episode of this academy. So just watch the next one next week and you will have 30 days money back guarantee. If it can't make $100 for you, we will just give you money back. That's the thing. And I want to mention this deal because in general, we give 7 days money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. But I have a bet with you, that if you watch at least 2 trainings, you can make much more money than we charge for the tool. Dale, thank you. This is a great timing. But in general, if you will watch 2 trainings, I will increase the time frame for you for the testing to 30 days. And if you can't justify spending $99 or $59 on Surfer within 30 days, I'm happy to give you money back. That's it. Just watch 2 trainings and I have a bet. You won't ask for the refund because you will get results. You don't want a refund, you want the tool. You want to master it even more, you will attend more trainings. How to improve my content, how to make more money on my website, how to monetize the traffic faster. And that's it. It is all really justifying itself quite fast. Yeah, of course. You can take a look. I got some on the blog, Ray, but the group is full of these. Resources. Just go to surferseo.com and search for like results or whatever. You will find a bunch of spontaneous testimonials in there and charts. And let me just find these exact. Yeah, this is the one. By the way, we had Doran on the previous episode. Oops, I just meant to copy the link address. Yeah, we had Doran on the previous Academy episode. His presentation will be on YouTube soon. So just watch it. He did what you asked for, like basically how he improved his website and made traffic. This is the other one. Big website, get response. They use the audit and they improve their website really by far. Just take a look. This is Russian market. So if there is anyone from Russia or using Cyrillic, it also works in Cyrillic. So well, it's worldwide. Yeah, this is the article. There you go, Konstantin. I don't understand, but I hope they are not nasty words. All right. So. The most important part was about taking the right seed keyword. Okay. If you want a blog, you start with a keyword that is informational. If you want to find new categories for your e-commerce, start with a category. It will find subcategories. Like the red dress, you will find all kind of red dresses that can be also, categories. And this is another important thing. Why? Because the red dress, okay, we got these red dresses here. So they will be all separate URLs, because if they were meant to be ranked by the same URL, we would divide them into, like, we would join them into one. So you have like the master category, red dress, red dresses, whatever. But then you have different variations like bodycon dress, plus size dresses, midi dresses, maxi dresses, Valentine's Day dresses, cocktail dresses, girl dresses. I don't know what is it. Satin red dresses, velvet dresses, casual, party, fit and flare. I'm not sure if it's a brand or not, but if you are into dresses, I'm 100% sure that at least 50 from that list will be suitable for expanding your e-commerce. And imagine that, like, how much you can do with extra 50 relevant categories, all sending internal links with great categorized products, all sending internal links to the main category red dress. It will rank like a charm. So, I know we have only 1 hour, so I try to squeeze as much information as I can within the 60 minutes. I mentioned already that these clusters, let me show the cluster. These are the clusters. There's much more keywords than you see on the first glance. These keywords will be all analyzed and turned into guidelines. They will be all analyzed and turned into content editor that you will create your article inside and publish. All the keywords will be analyzed, so you don't have to worry about, will I rank only for one? You will rank for the whole group. Question from the Lilian. We have put in the domain query about well, only support can help you. I'm sorry. Yeah, there must be something wrong. Just reach out and support, and yeah, they will find out what's going on. And let me ask a question. If there is anything else you want to hear about the content planner and the domain planner, let me know right now, and I will just quickly, if there is no more questions, I will just quickly jump on. But before I jump on, I'll just share the poll. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. This is something to relax. I got the poll. I shared the poll. And yeah, foldering feature. Okay, Lauren. Yeah, it's all going to be covered. Don't worry about the management. It will be all done in the project and so on. You'll be pleased. No, Barbara, YouTube video is a YouTube video. It's not an image, so it won't be counted. So that, yeah, one cluster is one content editor credit. So it has like 14 keywords, and they will cost only 1 credit. Yes, Scott, of course, there will be a recording. I guess Demio provides a recording. Christina, if you will go through all the guidelines from the content planner, you can be sure that they will all be unique and they won't cannibalize each other, because this is how Google wants to have the content served by the website, which is about how to wear red dresses. So don't worry about the cannibalization. Yeah, Pamela, should the cluster use the topic as the exact keyword? Well, these clusters, they are groups of keywords, and the whole group will be analyzed. So, well, you can call it a topic. Every time you run the content planner, we charge 1 content planner credit. And inside the content planner, you can create content editor. So the planner is a tool to ideate hundreds of ideas. And then these ideas can turn into content editors, which are guidelines for a specific piece of content. So then we will charge a content editor credit. A tool I recommend to measure before and after, Google Search Console, it will tell you everything you want. So basically, Google Search Console, that's the way to go. And well, sooner than later, you will be able to do it within Surfer as well. Okay, Ahrefs, of course, you can use any rank tracker like Wincher or any other, like, yeah, circling back to phrase. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I thank you, Bogdan. I wanted to find out it in my head, uh, and I couldn't recall. All right. Well, Bogdan, I'm not like 100% up to date with what phrase is doing, but I am 100% up to date with what we are doing. And we have this feature called brief. And inside the brief, we have the outline builder, which is probably the thing you are referring to. And what can we do with the outline builder? The outline builder will have all the types of headings our competitors are using, but they are changed. So it's not 100% identical. We try to rephrase headings too. And below the heading, oops, that's not the best commercial. Below the heading, you will find a piece of content that is entirely unique, generated by AI, and it's pretty advanced. And to all people coming from Jarvis, you can ask Jarvis to rephrase, extend, and so on, and create 5,000 words long article in 5 minutes. Because with Surfer, you'll be able to find your best H1, maybe not the ultimate guide, but I would probably let me change to normal. How do I speed up my WordPress site? Okay, that's H1. Let's find some H2s. Better hosting, of course. Why is it slow? Of course. Disable trackbacks and pingbacks. Why is it speed important? So another question, I will put it here. Results at the very bottom, that will be a good idea to mention results. Use lightweight theme. What else? Reduce images size, of course. gzip, boom. CDN, of course. Minify.js, boom. Deinstall plugins, caching plugin. Another question. So let's put these questions together. How do I measure speed of WordPress? Okay, below the questions, let's have an intro. Balance great speed with the great design. Okay, so how far did I go? I've got over 1,000 words and the score is 35. Not too shabby. So I am not sure how it does compare to phrase, but yeah, Andrew, let's take a look. But so Google couldn't find it. Is it coming from Jarvis? No, it is coming from Surfer. No, Lauren. It used Surfer. And now you can expand on it with Jarvis. Because the thing is, this information, Christina, is from today. Because, well, the thing is that we use AI to analyze competitors' pages content, and based on competitors' pages content, we produce a sort of summarization of what do they have under the heading of how to speed up my WordPress site. And the thing is that tools using OpenAI like Jarvis, they cannot feed it with content that is not written by someone typing on a keyboard. Yet we can do it. And it creates a great tandem of Jarvis and Surfer, because Surfer can prepare short form content that is a sort of AI summarization kind of thing, basically paragraph of unique content, let's say, and this paragraph of unique content that is generated entirely automatically. I didn't use the keyboard, I just used the cursor and click copy paste, and you can use this input because it will show up in Conversion AI, in Jarvis, sorry, because you have the sidebar, and the sidebar contains the brief, and the brief contains the outline, and you can basically copy and paste into Jarvis. That's it. So I'm not sure, Bogdan, how it compares. Yeah, Jarvis is absolutely the best. That's for sure. They have the best team, and they are innovating it the most. So nothing to do here. And Scott, you asked about the testing period, and we have the deal with Jarvis. And the deal is that you can also have the 30 days money back guarantee if you are coming from Surfer. So let me find it for you guys. surferseo.com/Jarvis deal. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Boom. Yeah. So you can subscribe to both, pay zero, and still make money. Of course, Lauren, that's the next week's training. Let's take a look. Boom, boom, boom. surferseo.com Academy. And let's see, what do we have on the schedule. So today is building content strategy from the ground up. Next week is writing content that ranks high. Is basically what do you want? We will definitely cover length. We'll cover how to write. We'll cover like how to use the brief, how to be fast and efficient, and so on and so forth. So let's see how the poll turned out. Yes, 28 people learned something new. Only one person didn't. I'm so sorry. Reach out to me on email. I will try to find this one golden nugget so you have at least one thing you've learned. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being with me today. That was super happy to host this webinar for you, this training. See you all next week. That's a great summary. If there are any questions, you can send me an email. I'm out of office. I'm on a vacation, as you can see, but I will host the next academy if everything goes right. So see you next week. Have a great day, everyone. Remember about the bet we have, so you can extend your money back to 30 days if you come to the next one. And see you. Bye.